to tell you about the Faculty Senate.
Welcome. My name is Masaru Ishii. I'm one of the Assistant Deans of Faculty, and supporting the Faculty Senate is in my portfolio. And it's going to be a real treat for me to introduce Rick Burkhart. He's a phenomenal surgeon, a leader, and also the chair of the Faculty Senate. I'm going to introduce him in 1 second to really talk about the Faculty Senate. But I wanted to leave you with one thought before I do that. Many of you will think of leadership as something that you would want to pursue. And the bench at Johns Hopkins is very deep. So sometimes it seems like you're that last kid in line waiting to drink out of the water fountain when you were in like elementary school. And it's very difficult to imagine how you would be able to participate in leadership. And my one pearl that I want to give you is participate and try to get those roles and prove yourself, because those leadership roles will come to the people who are actively involved. And the Faculty Senate, if you think about it, is one of the few opportunities that you have that are actually elected. You don't elect your chair, you don't elect the dean, but the Faculty Senate is somebody who's elected. So it's something that you're able to do. So if you're willing to do that and you want to serve and you want to start building your portfolio of leadership, this is something that you can actively campaign when the elections come, and it's something that you can participate in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step aside, and I'm going to introduce Rick Burkhart, who is the chair of the Faculty Senate. He's going to lead you through a few slides just describing what that is and his philosophy of how he's going to run that over the next few years. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. And welcome. Good morning. I'm sure it's a busy morning for you all, and you're trying to take in as much information as you can. As I said, I'm Rick Burkhart. I'm one of the surgeons here. I'm in general surgery. Your other sort of Faculty Senate leadership folks are Amit Jain in orthopedics as secretary and Dave Berman in anesthesia. I've got sort of 3 quick slides, maybe 4, I think 3. And then I'll just sort of give you a summary of what it sort of really is. But this is essentially what we are chartered to do. Johns Hopkins School of Medicine Faculty Senate. So it was initially the Council of the Medical School in 1970. They then changed it in 2012 and renamed it the Faculty Senate. And it's really your representative body. It's your voice, both to the dean's office and to the advisory board of the medical faculty, and then all the way up to the University Council, which is the collection of faculty senators across the different schools at Johns Hopkins that sits with the president and the deans and the provosts. So the Senate does have, as said in the second bullet, a direct line to the dean's office and the advisory board of the medical faculty, and it really ensures that we as a faculty are informed of any significant policy or resource changes, and we're able to voice our opinion on those changes as things get sort of formed. The chair and the vice chair, so myself and Dave Berman, are members of the advisory board of the medical faculty, and it gives us a seat at the table for major decisions. We're voting members, and then we present the ideas of the faculty every month to the advisory board of the medical faculty, which is all your division and department directors and deans. This is what we are composed of, and this is, as Dr. Ishii said, this is the opportunity for each of you to get involved as you would like. So we are representatives from various groups within the medical school community to ensure that we have broad representation from faculty. This includes departmental faculty, and it's 1 representative for every 100 faculty members, up to 3 per department. Part-time instructors have 2 members. House Staff Council is invited to attend as 1 member. We have a graduate student member, postdoctoral fellow members, and we do invite a medical student as well to serve as a member. Elections are held annually in April and May, so keep an eye on that email as folks come out, with nominations and ballots that are sent out to the electorates. And then the term for each elected official, or each elected senator, is 3 years for faculty, and then 1 for all the other members. There's no member that can serve more than 2 consecutive terms, so we maintain sort of fresh voices within the environment. We operate with a formal structure. It includes monthly meetings and a 3-person executive committee that has the chair, vice chair, and secretary. The officers are elected annually from the members of the Senate themselves. Every month we meet, and that's to ensure communication and transparency. So we meet monthly from September through June with a quorum that's defined as 1/3 of the members. The meetings are open to observers from the medical school community. So if you had an issue that was particularly pressing and you heard that we were discussing it in the Senate, you're more than welcome to help and come join and hear what we're talking about. We also maintain open communication with not only the electorates, but also we have minutes available to you guys for review every month. So what we get talked about gets distilled into minutes. And then finally, we can amend the charter that we hold, and that requires approval from 2/3 of the Senate members, a majority of the electorate who vote, and the submission to the dean and the university president. Here's kind of the last slide, which is really the expectations, this sort of so what slide. So the Faculty Senate is really your voice to the dean's office and to the university's administration. Similarly, the Faculty Senate is your elected representative who should be communicating happenings from the dean's office and the university back to the faculty. That should occur every month. So you should hear from your senator every month. So as a faculty member, you should expect to hear from your department or division Senate representatives monthly during the academic year with summaries of each meetings. And you should expect that your Senate representative is there for really two-way communication. Information is transmitted from the University to the School of Medicine's executive leadership through the Senate for broad dissemination, socialization of key initiatives and changes that are coming. Your Senate representative is also tasked with eliciting feedback from you all, concerns, questions, and recommendations from the general faculty that we can then bring to the broader Senate and then pass from the Senate up to the School of Medicine and the university. So in short, we're an elected body. You guys, I would encourage you to get involved either by running for senators or by getting to know your senators well and establishing sort of communication with your senators so that they understand what things you are dealing with on a day-to-day basis, and then communicating that to us so that we can carry that forward. Some of the things that we've advocated for in the past 5 years include a focus on compensation for faculty, a focus on representation, and then a focus more recently on sort of what it means to be a faculty member, how the promotions process works, and things of that nature. So happy to take any questions, I guess, at the end. Is that what we're doing?
If you have a question, come up to Rick and ask him a question. This is our lightning round. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks,
Okay, great.